Welcome everyone. We're doing a season 2 tier list update, Terry edition, because I'm getting asked every 5 minutes, Vesper, what do you think about Terry? Is he bottom 1? I got a special guest with me. This time, Haps, you'll be leading the charge. I owe you a tier list anyways. So to spice this up even further, this is all because of some recent controversial takes. We have Nemo's tier list and we have Mago's tier list. Both have Terry placed near the bottom, by the way. And there's some other placements here that we're going to get into. And we will also compare to my first season 2 tier list. This was made right after Evo. So we're going to make our version of Terry right now. So where do you want to go here?
Well, before we even get there, I just want to lay the sort of boundaries of the discussion for both you and I guess the people who are watching.
Dan, you're already a content creator, Haps. You're already doing the disclaimers, the damage control. Like, that's good. All right, let's hear it.
we need to explain what our point of view is, right? Because if you're a newer player to Street Fighter, you're not going to have the same tier list that we might make. And of course, we're not going to have the same tier list that some professional player in Japan's going to have, right? We have different experiences and way of looking at the game.
Yeah.
So at least where I'm coming from, I would like to make the tier list from the perspective of an 18, something MR player looking up. How does this look at the top level? That's the sort of tier list I would like to make, and I was wondering which one you would like to make.
I'm looking directly at tournament results only. I only look at the best players and the biggest tournaments, period. That's it. I don't even look at ranked at all. You want to start like looking at my tier list and make some corrections? You want to look at Nemo's or Mago's? Or you want to just take a character and you want to talk about them?
Let's start from the bottom of your tier list. I think if we look at Mago's or somebody else's, it'll get a little bit more confusing. Let's lay out ours first, and then we can talk about some differences.
Okay, so I left off with Manon, Jamie, and Honda at the bottom. So these characters, man. Bro. Dude. Hold on, where's Honda? Where is? I don't even know. This character is such a bum. I don't even know where he is anymore. Okay.
Next to Blanka, next to Guile.
There he is. Okay. We got a little mini patch recently. None of these characters were even looked at by Capcom. Yeah. So there's no real reason to change them. Even though Manon is always considered low tier amongst like every player, she does seem to show up often in tournaments, Tachikawa has like a side Manon that he kind of throws out there to random you out. The recent major at Cream City, we had multiple Manon players make it really far. Joey, right? And we had Idom as well. So Manon is like there. And if you watch the World Warrior tournaments, especially like in Germany, lots of Manon with random. So there are like really good players playing this character still and still showing up in top 8 scenarios.
Yeah, that's why I think these 3 characters should not be in the same tier, right? Manon sees so much more representation and results than Jamie or Honda probably ever will.
So is she getting a bump? Is that what you're saying?
I think she needs a bump.
Manon's reaching low tier, guys. Let's go. Bro, Jamie and Honda, these characters are such bums. These characters you never see them, like, at all. We left off. The most success we've seen Honda was top 8 at BAM. Jamie, maybe LCQ. That was it.
I guess we need to discuss which one of the two is the biggest bum, right?
Oh.
And you know what I'm going to say.
Bro, I could talk your ear off on who's more of a bum. Like, I could talk your eir off, man. You really want to do this?
Yeah, I think we need to do this. Just, we need to order a tier list.
Dude, okay. So Honda's got some very powerful moves that have been recently nerfed, and Capcom wants you to play this character more honest. So they took an Unga character and made him more honest. Once this character reaches a certain rank, like once you hit like the 1700s, you're going through hell with this character. Like half your moveset is just gone. Headbutts and butt slams are so much more dangerous. They get perfect parried. I recently did a grind with him too. We did a guide on him, and man, oh boy, was it tough. I think the biggest problem with Honda is like his mediums are all too slow. Like, he's got fantastic mediums, but they're just too slow, man. They want you to use crouching light punch as like your check button, But since it's all light, your hurt box appears first, and then you just get checked. And Jamie, man, where do I even start with this? How many times do I have to explain Jamie's problems, you know? This guy begins the struggle as soon as it says round 1. This guy does 90% damage.
Well, if you think about it, he also struggles whenever you hear round 2 and final round, because all of his work just happens to disappear after every single round, right? All the sacrifice, all the Oki you lost, poof, didn't matter. You know, it's gone.
Habs, imagine this scenario, okay? Let's say you're the best Jamie player in the world. You're the drunken master, all right? You're the breakdance king. And you somehow made it to grand finals in a major with Jamie, loser's side. And you had to win a best of 7 and reset the bracket twice. Imagine playing Jamie. Imagine how ridiculously difficult that would be to do. And you were against Shao Hai.
Oh my gosh. How many times do you think you would have to guess right?
I can't imagine.
The limit approaches infinity.
It would be insane.
That's the thing, right? I think Jamie is weaker than Honda because although the system works against him, right? Just like the general mechanics. Perfect parry is Honda's biggest weakness. Jamie is so unstable that you can't even say to yourself, okay, I have a consistently crappy game plan. Because there's no consistency. Is either you get the drinks and you're now a normal character after much sacrifice, or you don't get the drinks and you get mauled in the corner.
Like, the biggest buff he's gotten, in my opinion, is the forward throw drink. Like, that's a huge buff for him. Yes, it really helped. So how's this character still at the bottom even after that, you know? Honda, like I said, he got his moves really... his standing mean punch got greatly buffed. And his Oki on his butt slam got super buffed.
Honda can anti-air much better than Jamie, I would say, right? Honda has a great normal anti-air, and he has the sumo headbutt. Jamie's anti-air, you can neutral jump it and it whiffs. It's ridiculous. I don't know what they were thinking.
Dude, it's so bad. It's so horrible. I mean, they made it so Jamie's dive kick isn't like completely trash anymore. I don't know, man. True.
They did fix that, but it's so slow compared to Cammy's. Honestly, you can see it coming and just jab it. Call it a day.
Bro.
Take a sip of coffee before you even think about jabbing it, and you still can make it in time.
Like I said, we can talk to death about which character is more of a bum, but I do agree with you that Jamie is absurdly unstable character. All right, who do you want to talk about next?
I think let's keep moving up to B tier. I don't think anybody else goes on C tier, right?
Okay, let me put these up. Lily, Kimberly, and Dhalsim. And Marisa?
Yes, I think Marisa after...
Well, let me start with Marisa then, because in my tier list, I put Marisa as mid next to Ryu and Aki, but this entire mid tier list after Evo, I've totally changed my opinion. So a lot of stuff has happened. I definitely think Marisa has dropped even further. She's just nowhere to be found at all.
I think Marisa is just okay. But after Bison is released, I don't see a reason why anybody would play her, aside from just being like a fan of her design. She hits hard, that she still has that, but her Oki is not great. And I think people are really starting to understand how to deal with this character, which doesn't help.
No.
Anti-airs are not great also. Like, you can jump on a Marisa and there's a good chance you're going to counter hit her. And, you know, in Street Fighter, if you get jumped in on, a round is probably lost. This character is struggling, man. I think even if she had a good anti-air, like, she just has to work so much harder.
She has, like, still has some of the highest damage output, but without a cancelable crouching medium kick, it's like, what even justifies it? Like Akuma gets both, you know? And Marisa, when they nerfed that level 3 Oki, man, that hurt her so bad. That was, like, one of her biggest win conditions was the checkmate burnout level 3. I'm going to keep her in low now. I don't think she's in mid anymore.
Yeah, I have her as bottom 3. Like, exactly where she is right now. This is where she's in my tier list.
I was mentioning she was like a better Honda in every way at the very beginning when this game came out. But now, like I said, as the game goes on and everyone's defense gets better and better, like players' defense, her game plan is just not enough anymore in the highest level of play. It's just not. One other thing, too, I should mention is that because this is Season 2, every character has a drive reversal now as a wake-up option. And I thought that would really help certain characters like Marisa and Honda and even Kimberly a lot. But I feel like in this game, the knockdown situation is so vortexy and it's so common that, you know what I mean? Like, you can't just use it every time, you know? It gives you another option, which is great, and it does slowing the throw loop in a little bit, but it's not enough to like change the character. Okay, Dhalsim, you know what? Okay, look. I talk so much trash about Dhalsim every tournament, guys. I always laugh because there's always a Dhalsim that's like getting skinned alive every single tournament, and there's almost so much upplay on Dhalsim. And I even said in my last tier list, I'm like, no more. I'm not falling for the upplay on Dhalsim anymore. I'm putting him low. I'm tired of it, but now I'm seeing Dhalsim starting to rise up, man. I'm starting it. Dude, Mr. Crimson especially, and I think Dhalsim got some pretty good buffs recently with the Terry patch. I think I would not say that Dhalsim has as much problems as Marisa does. I think I do agree that he doesn't use the system mechanics well. Like, he's probably one of the worst characters to use system mechanics next to Manon. You can disagree with me if you want. If anything, we can put him like, you know, higher up on the low if you want.
Yeah, I have him as second highest in the low, but I also don't have. I'm missing a whole tier that you have, right? So I think this is okay.
Well, we'll see what it looks like. We can always move this around later. But either way, I don't want Dhalsim over here. I want him like more to the left.
That's actually exactly where I have him.
Okay.
I don't have Manon there, but yeah, I think he's solid. But it's just return on investment, I think, is the issue here. I think Dhalsim needs to play very, very well to just keep the opponent at bay. And again, in a game as volatile as Street Fighter 6, any straight jump in, you know, a mistimed fireball, and you're cooked.
Yeah,
you're
dude.
in the corner.
That's exactly what happens. It's exactly what
Hammer
happens.
Mountain.
I know.
I feel players can play super reckless against Dhalsim with the knowledge that I just need to land one hit and put you in the corner.
That's what I do in ranked.
Yep, that's what I do. You know, it's like you can zone me all you like. I'll take a few like straight hits. But
Bro,
what are you gonna do once I do get in?
Dhalsim's life ain't getting any easier with adding you know, Akuma and Bison to the game, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm like, man, we got to keep him low. But I guess I just feel like with the recent success of like Mr. Crimson and how well he's playing, showing like really, really high level Dhalsim, I think he just needs to be bumped up just a little bit.
Let's talk about Kimberly.
Kimberly. Okay, so she didn't get her reversal back. I thought Wake Up Dry reversal would really help her. And they did help her neutral a lot. The elbow buff that she got, nobody uses it. But I think it's really strong. It allows her to poke with it in space with it and get confirms of it, because we were grinding with Kimberly lately. But man, she's not doing so well. I guess because no one's using JP as much, and she was kind of like the dark horse character of season 1.
Yeah.
And they gave her mid-screen can setups by allowing her to do the OD Izuna drop mid-screen in her B&Bs with the newest patch. So she can set up the cans, but it just takes up so many resources, man. 2 bars plus maybe the dry rush cancel, and then you gotta use the damn cans, and then the mid-screen setups aren't as strong as the corner ones. But dude, she has this really archaic weakness that I think they need to fix right away with Kimberly. I don't understand why she has to refill her cans. She gets 2 cans. She can't refill them unless she's 0. She can't refill them if she has 1. She has to use the cans up. And then they don't carry over between the rounds. But Blanka gets 3 Blanka chans, and they refill each round automatically. What's up with that?
I think it's just their mix-up potential, right? Kimberly has overheads that, when properly executed, she can combo off them without meter.
Bro,
it's super strong.
Blanka has overheads and then some. He's got insane... Dude, when you combine with his level 2, Kimberly doesn't have Blanka level 2, you know? And Blanka's overhead is so crazy. And then you mix the air ball on top of that.
Uh-huh. I don't know. I think when it comes to just randoming you out and, like, closing the space really fast and being really belligerent, Kimberly exceeds. I think Blanka's a stronger character, don't get me wrong. But in terms of just pressure... without a level 2, I think Kimberly's stronger in that sense.
Where do you want to put Kimberly?
I have Kimberly at the top of B tier.
Oh, in front of Manon?
In front of Manon, yes.
Whoa. Okay, hold on. If we go by tournament success, Manon is definitely ahead of Kimberly right now.
That is true. That is true. I'm going by my experience in fighting the character.
If we go by both characters, like randoming you out, Manon is way better at it. She can rob her way to top 8.
True, but I think Kimberly can be played in a more secure way Whereas Manon has to take the chance of the command grabs. I think a really solid Kimberly can play footsies. Without
Footsies?
taking that much risk.
Kimberly?
Yeah, I seen them. You know, they do exist.
What? Dude, I'm telling you that elbow. If anyone who's watching this is a Kimberly player, please guys, test out the damn elbow.
Wait, well, I think we need to clarify. You're talking about the chop, right?
I'm talking
Not
about
the elbow
Vagabond
drop.
Edge. Yeah, when she
Yeah,
goes
right.
forward, that move got buffed in season 2. It's a
Nobody's
poke now,
doing
guys.
that,
I'm
Vesper.
telling you.
Nobody's doing that.
It's cracked, guys. Believe me, it's cracked. It's really good. It stops. You Kimberly players, you don't have to walk back anymore. You don't. You don't have to do random slides. Dude, we were just watching the Japan CPT World Warrior, and we saw like one of the top Japanese Kimberlys just do a random slide and lost the match. Got blown up by CA. He could not control himself. Still think Manon is the queen of B, not Kimberly, but you are steering the ship right now, Haps, and you make the final word. So let's keep going. Who are we talking about?
I guess the last member we're missing is Lily.
Satan.
Oh, whoa.
Whoa. Yo, this just got dark. Whoa.
What happened there?
I don't know. She started off strong in season 2. El Chicote, winning combo breaker. Boom. And we saw the power of wake up drive reversal, and he was against Noah. Poor Luke, nerfed to the ground. Hibiki, still rocking Lily as well. We got Lily in top 8 World Warrior just a few days ago in Japan CPT, which I think is very notable. That was with Koji, old school T-Hawk player. Lily's game plan is just so damn linear though, man.
So bad, Vesper. The character uses a single button to do everything.
She really does. She
it's
really
out of
just
control.
uses one button, bro.
It's out of control. You know...
As I
Lily-
feel like when you said that, it was like if you were wearing glasses, you like adjusted your frames. You know what I mean? Where you're like, man, you're like you don't even know where to start with this character. Haps.
Oh my gosh, it's such a... I don't know. You know, Street Fighter 6, I really like how some of the characters are, I don't know, redesigns of old characters have come out. But Lily, it's rough. Like you said, her game plan is so linear, and I feel like a player with very strong defense and good understanding of the drive reversal mechanic can really shut this character down. Additionally, to this day, I'm watching people play, and people still don't know that you can, do an OS where you parry her win charging move. If she does the full swing, you'll perfect parry it. But if she fakes it, you can drive rush, or you can parry into drive rush.
Oh, the Condor Wind. Oh no.
Yes. Once you start...
I'm gonna have to take that out of the video, Haps. The Lily players are screaming right now. Their monitor.
Yeah, like once you implement all these defensive things, because her game plan is so linear, she just like gets stuck, right? And then once again, like all these characters in this tier, once you get her to the corner, it's over.
I'm still want to put her in front of Marisa though. There's
absolutely.
way more Lilies than Marisa. We just had we had Lily mirror matches in CPT Germany. We still have Majin Lily running around too,
Yeah, the thing is, even though she's so linear and has all these like ridiculous weaknesses, her one special move puts her above Marisa because it's one of the best special moves in the game.
Like, the thing is like we joke around. She only uses one button, but that one button is actually really good. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Crouching Fierce is still a fantastic poke. It's still a fantastic anti-air, and it's a good meter burn. It's good everything, right? Good cancelable button. Despite that, she still has one of the most powerful moves in the game, and that's, OD Condor Spire. So because
I
she's so simple, she can unlock your true potential very early.
Yeah,
You have
pretty
good
much.
reactions. And if you combine it with Majin, it's like your final form, You played Street Fighter 6 for 7 years. Oh, they're asking Chakotay if we're about Lily. He's like, yeah, it's right. That's good. He
awesome.
agrees with us.
That's the only endorsement I need.
Yeah, we got the approval. Let's continue on. Okay, so you mentioned I have one more tier than you, so this might be a little tricky on our mid and high. So I don't know. Throw out a character there, and then we'll talk about it.
With Juri here.
Juri in mid? Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think,
We're
I think
slim.
you did.
Oh my god, no. Juri downplay? Oh no. This is $1 million character, Haps.
Just because a character is not in the top tier does not mean that they're bad. Juri is an excellent character. She's just not as degenerate as some of the characters are going to be above her.
Okay, maybe I should remove the mid tier, and then I will force Hap's hand to put her in high. Maybe we should go from there.
I think yeah, that will do it.
Well, let's work on the mid and high, then we can adjust it later. Yeah, Juri, I don't know, really well-rounded character, but she is quite linear. They're still trying to make her level 2 work. There was this really good player from France using Juri that was using level 2 like in Nooch, and was doing pretty well with it, but it's not as good as something like, you know, Blanka, where if your level 2 is not successful at the beginning, you still have time to get back in. Like, it doesn't make Juri faster or anything like that, you know? If the opponent guesses right and gets a good reversal when she's on it, or if they get like a dry reversal, she basically just loses her level 2. And even if she lands a hit with it, it's not like you're dead, like Blanka Chan setup or JP reset, or don't even get me started on, you know, Rashid. Like, it's nothing like that. So
well, let's not undersell it. It's still pretty oppressive if you get caught in the corner and you have to block all the everything she throws at you.
yeah, if you're in burnout.
If you're in burnout, it's just like you said, she's pretty linear. Her dive kick is really not good against the top tier characters or characters that have a Shoryuken type anti-air. It's pretty good against Chun-Li, I'll tell you that. Or characters that use normal.
Made Lashard drop his main.
Exactly.
Made Chun-Li boring. She could, like, yeah, her dive kick is just an option to throw off anti-airs. Like, even Ed, you can throw off Ed's uppercut with Juri's dive kick, but more importantly, like, Juri's dive kick is good just because she has an extra defensive option. Wake up dive kick is good. Wake up jumping medium punch is good.
Yeah, that's super strong. And that's why I think she is the best character in this tier. Her normals are really good, right? She has really good range. She can set up excellent spacing traps. She has that stupid block string where it, like, on block is a block string and on hit it's a combo, right?
Yeah,
like,
true block string. She also has one of the best meter dump combos in the game, like the drive rush, crouching fierce, standing medium punch, crouching medium punch. It's a phenomenal meter dump. It's similar to like reuse, where she does massive damage. Like if you're even at 50% and she has full meter and just happens to hit a straight hit, and you're dead.
Also, let's talk about her fireball pressure, right? Whenever she's stocked up and she has you in the corner, it's pretty impressive. If you don't have a reversal, you're in trouble, right?
Right. One of the best crouching medium kicks too in the game.
Oh yeah, it's the range the longest, isn't it?
It's one of the longest, yeah, but it's still 8 frames. That's what holds it back from being the queen of crouching medium kicks. But
yeah, for sure.
What holds her back, perhaps, I think, is just simply her fireball though. Like outside of the corner, just her fireball game in general is just not the best against certain characters. And once again, she's just really linear, really dependent on that fireball drive rush. And if you can shut it down, it kind of gives her problems. You can tell.
Juri, whenever she's getting out zone, her fireball can't really contest. So what is she to do? Use the slow dive kick?
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah, she lost her flip kicks in this game.
Her matchups can be often very polarizing, right? She will maul characters that can contest her fireball. Yeah. But she will get mauled by really good fireball characters such as Guile and Akuma. Next character, DeeJay or Chun-Li?
Ooh, I would put Chun-Li in front of DeeJay. Yeah, Chun-Li, man, the Chun-Li players have really dropped off after the nerfs. Her damage output definitely went a lot lower, but we still have some really good Chun-Li players. There, Valmaster, right? We still got Moke. Lashar said she was too boring, and there's this really good player. I forgot his name, something Tiger, and he plays super aggro Chun-Li, and he's been playing in the Asia CPTs. Really good. So Chun-Li still has a lot of tools, and she's not supposed to be another well-rounded character. She just has like iffy weaknesses now that she always had before, but they're just way more apparent now after the season 2. Basically, that's basically what I summarized with Chun-Li. Like, she still has a good damaging anti-air, but like the tensho kicks can be baited because it's just really wonky, especially as a cross cut, and because it's a down input. Her heavy kick is situationally really good for like high damage, but they nerfed the damage on it. 4 medium punch got nerfed. Her corner carry on her level 2 is still really good, but they nerfed the meter gain on it. And her fireball is still alright, but she still has a floaty jump, and she doesn't have the true throw loop. So it's like she has these things where she has always been good, but she always had these tiny weaknesses that just weren't really obvious until now, basically, because you know, everyone got kind of nerfed a little bit in season 2.
Yeah, we also have to mention, like, some of her tools are pretty strong. You have Hazanshu, I think, is a very
DeeJay Hazanshu for sure.
It's a very silly
very
move.
Unga move, yeah.
Save. And if she hits you, she with it, she can get a combo.
The
It's
better
very
crack shoot.
rewarding. Yeah, she also has like instant jump air legs, right? Similar
Yep,
to
good
Cammy,
defensive option.
Rashid. I feel like everything she has, the top tiers can do a little bit better without as much execution,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Her damage is okay. I think we need to emphasize how good her level 2 is. It's no Blanka or Rashid or Ed, but it's really good to get in against a player who's like refusing to stop zoning.
Yeah. I think like if anything, Chun-Li is going up, not down. If anything, in general, just because she's a very difficult character. There's still a lot of depth to her, a lot of optimization. When you see someone who's really good playing her, you really see her strengths. So, next character.
DeeJay, huh?
Oh yeah, DeeJay. Yeah, DeeJay.
This guy.
Man, DeeJay. Yeah, Capcom really went after this character in season 2. A ton of things got nerfed on him. They recently buffed DeeJay though. They gave him a cool new combo with his level 1 after the OD sway overhead kick. But it's too early. Like this is just after the Terry release, so I haven't really seen it come into play in tournaments. And it doesn't seem like any of the previous DeeJay players that dropped him are like even paying it any mind at all.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it made a huge splash. I think the nerfs were just so overwhelming that they're desensitized to anything that comes after.
I just think like a lot of pros play DeeJay for like the free dub, you know? Just like the quickest path, like the least resistance. So like, man, I'm just gonna play DeeJay, man. This character's ridiculous, you know? So I feel like after all of that, we're like, you really see like the loyalty to the character.
The way to look at this is, does this character have every single thing that a top character should have? And one of the things that comes to mind is a cancelable low forward, right?
Yeah.
No matter how strong you think DeeJay may be, he doesn't have one of the fundamental things that is meta to Street Fighter 6.
His damage output was so absurd before in season 1 that it just overcame that, you know, just like Marisa's damage output was so insane. It overcame the weaknesses of her not having a cancelable low forward. But now those weaknesses, like I said, are just really holding them back now. But you know, DeeJay's, I don't know, he's still not going to be in low tier. Like his drive rush is still like the best drive rush, you know.
Yeah, excellent. It's an excellent drive
Sway
rush.
is still super annoying, super in low risk, high reward punish, you know. And Capcom did feel a little bad for poor DeeJay, you know. They don't want him to end up like Street Fighter 4 DeeJay, so they're giving a little pick me up. He's getting bumped up.
I like how they're trying to like make his level 1 better, but no matter, unless they make it invulnerable, it's still not as good as any of the top tiers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's something else he struggles with. I think the nerfs to his up kicks was really devastating, because this character could punish so many spaced out moves with his up kicks.
Oh yeah, the
Now he
jackknife.
just can't do that, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
with the jackknife.
The chat's
So
going
I-
crazy for putting these characters in mid tier. Don't worry, guys. It's not final. Like we might change this mid to high later because I have
Oh.
one extra placement than what
Yeah.
that Haps has. So don't panic, guys.
I have these characters in A high.
Here, yeah,
right?
yeah. Here, I'll put a smiley face so the chat calms down. All right. I'll go smiley face for now, and you guys won't go crazy.
Okay, do you want to select the character this time?
Are we? Oh wait, whoa! What do you mean select the character this time? Are
Yeah,
you
bro.
implying that there's another character that we're gonna talk about? You need to put all the blame on me?
No.
I think Haps is baiting me to talk about Ryu, guys. Did you see how sneaky he did that?
No way.
He's
What?
like, yeah, I was just, you know, maybe you should talk about the next character. Dude, he knows Ryu is coming next. He knows it is. He wants it on me.
I think there's a character that's stronger than Ryu, but still in this tier,
Okay, who?
and that is Blanka.
Blanka here too in the smiley face?
Yeah.
Lower
again,
than
for me-
DeeJay, Chun-Li, and Juri?
I think so. I don't know.
Whoa.
This character has dropped up for me so significantly.
Whoa. Haps, come back.
Okay,
Come
gone?
back to Street Fighter.
Where do you think he should
Whoa,
go?
hold on. Now this is a sad face now. This is a sad face.
Okay.
He's in front of DeeJay for sure. We're seeing way more success with Blanka than DeeJay. DeeJay doesn't even exist anymore. Blanka, he is so fundamentally strong. And yeah, everything kind of got nerfed. Like they went after everything that Blanka used, like his air balls, crouching medium punch, the dry rush heavy kick, the damage scale on his Blanka Chan. But they're all still good, even to this day. They got toned down, but they're still good. It just shows you how crazy he used to be. The
Yes,
OD
true.
airball is still plus if you space it, right? The Blanka chance
Really.
still kills you. It still 2-touches you, man. The level 2, if he hits you at any point, he puts you in the corner and he gets a setup from it. And if he misses the level 2, he still has a chance to open you up with it. I feel like Bison's probably a better Blanka now, but
Yeah,
I don't think Blanka
so
got
too.
so nerfed that he's just like across the street from these bums, you know?
Oh, no. I think he's a solid character. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying there are better characters that are more stable. This is a better way to say it. More stable characters than Blanka, right?
Okay.
I think a lot of the stuff he has to do to win is at the end of the day is like gimmicky.
Mhm.
You know, that's like the base of his game plan. And I think Blanka players are somewhat counting on you not knowing the setup to get a lot of the things he does to work. It takes a lot of like fundamentals to deal with this character, but I think at the highest level of play, the reason we're not seeing him as much is because some of the outrageous things that made players look past that, they're now more toned down. So now he's more standardized, which reveals his actual weaknesses.
Okay.
His runs are good, that's true. But again, he needs to approach you, he needs to make a good read.
Okay.
Right. So that's my take. I think he's really good. Just because he's here with these guys doesn't mean he's like bad. Again, it's just nothing that he has wows me now. You know, like he pops level 2 and weather the storm. Okay.
I'm getting really scared here. There's some characters we haven't talked about yet, and boy, this is getting spicy. It's getting spicy, House. All right, who are we talking about next?
Let's put Luke up here
Where are we putting Luke?
around DeeJay. I think he's weaker than Blanka. I don't know if he's better than
He's like
DeeJay.
right here between Blanka and DeeJay.
Yeah, maybe. What do you think?
He's not bottom 2 with where Kawano put him.
No, as much as I would like to put him there, no way. There's just no way.
Jill, no! Oh my God, Luke! Oh man, this is where it gets really tough now. Like between the upper, mid, and high tier characters, it's gonna be really difficult. But okay, this character has dropped off so much, so many things. He got nerfed, probably one of the hardest nerfs besides GP in season 1. But now Capcom is already apologizing. He got some tiny buffs with the Terry patch, but there's nothing that's gonna make people like switch to Luke now.
Not enough.
And we have, dude, so there's barely any Luke players as well. We just have Noah tearing everyone apart through Burnout in record time. He's beating players so fast that he won't even, he doesn't have time to think about the nerfs.
Luke is a really good character, but looking at all the Shotos we have in the game, would you really want to pick Luke instead of Ken or Akuma? And I think for most pro players, the answer is obviously no, right? Because Luke has his Fireball, although good, is not great because you can't Fireball Dry Rush. His OD Fireball is amazing, but again, no Fireball Dry Rush. I think his damage really fell off. Akuma does way more damage, and so why pick Luke? I think his buttons are amazing though. I think he has amazing buttons. They feel so great to use. His Dry Rush is really good. He has Suppressor. He has the heavy charge flash knuckle, which players still get hit with trying to drive him back.
Oh my God, yeah, the oldest trick in the book. It's in day 1 beta. It's still working to this day, man. Noah's blowing so many players up with it.
If Akuma and Ken weren't in the game, he'd be in a great spot. But just because they are, he's just not seeing a lot of play.
His buttons are still really good though. Even though Crouching Medium Punch got nerfed, it's still one of the best Crouching Medium Punches. And his heavy punch is still really good. Like, he's got good buttons still.
Yeah.
Medium kick got nerfed too. But you still see the hammer mountain, man. The jumping heavy punch is still working, you know?
Yeah.
His light uppercut is really good. It's so good at stopping people from jumping out of the corner. Like, it's got that great vertical range. And Luke's got good comeback factor too, because he's got a lot of good routes that he can steal with his level 3. Because you see that with Noah a lot, like clutching.
Yeah, for sure.
But man, there's just no Lukes to really compare besides Noah right now. Kusanagi also uses Luke, not just Ryu, but we didn't see it in the tournament. We just saw it in World Warrior. But
I should tell you something, right? He chose to play Ryu instead of Luke, even though he can play both.
yeah.
You know, that's just saying. just saying.
What are you saying, bro? Ryu's top 5, man.
No, whoa. What else was I gonna say about Luke? Damage aside, another thing's holding him back is how meter hungry he is.
Yeah.
To get his BMB, you need to more often than not spend bar. And it's something Capcom is looking at, right? They made it so that his heavy punch goes into the light flash charge knuckle now, which is really good.
Yeah.
But you're not always going to begin your pressure with a heavy punch.
Yeah, he's got so much scaling now that like even if you're trying not to put yourself in burnout, you kind of have to because he's so meter hungry, and you're just not getting enough Damaggio now because like all of his key buttons got nerfed on scaling. Crouching medium punch, crouching heavy punch, crouching medium kick already has scaling on top of that. So yeah.
And I really like the approach Capcom is taking with making his OD overspend more valuable, like his DDT. It now does a lot of damage. So I think if a few tweaks here and there, and if they like lean into that instead of just making him, oh, I do big damage, unga bunga, it can be really fun.
Are we actually gonna talk about him now? I'm scared.
Yeah, it's time.
Okay. Are we both like talking about the same character here? Are we talking about PU?
Yeah, we're talking about PU.
Okay. Where is this character going, man?
I think PU is around DeeJay look strength.
Okay, look.
Yeah.
This character won a major. Not just some bum tournament. I'm talking a straight up major. Shoryuken. Fundamentals. I'm hearing people go like, man, Kusanagi, he didn't even do anything really like crazy. He just won. Like people were confused. Genuinely confused how he won that tournament. He used footsies, guys. He used fundamentals. Something that we have forgotten. We haven't seen in a long time. That's why so many people were confused watching him. They haven't experienced that before. I put him dead in the center, in middle. That sounds about right. I still feel the same way. It was amazing seeing him like win a major though. No easy feat, for sure. I would be lying if I didn't think he had some like really brutal matchups against certain like really top tier characters. You know, like Ryu versus Akuma or Ryu versus Bison or Guile. But dude, man, he beat Shao Hai's Cammy. Like, bro, Cammy should have been impossible for him. You know. So
yeah, it really says something. I don't know.
He just abused throw loops.
That's what everybody does. He was playing the character.
Against Shao Hai. He abused it, man. He played scummy with Ryu. Didn't play honest.
The damage Shoto now, right? He took Luke's spot. Well, maybe Akuma can do that too, but Ryu can dish out some damage. His fireball game is pretty good. I don't know. I think he's just all around. I don't know.
We have to narrow it down. Okay. I think Luke is still better than Ryu.
I think he is, but not by much.
So then it goes between Ryu and DeeJay. Ryu's had more success than DeeJay.
That's true.
Tournament-wise.
Yeah, if that's what we're following, it's true. There are more, I think, Ryu players at high level now than DeeJay players.
At the end of the day, he's still a well-rounded character. He's just not, like, you know, it's like Luke, where he's just not super strong in one area. His meter dump is really good. Like, when Ryu uses all of his meter, and the scaling efficiency of going Shoryuken into level 3 is really good, but man, Ryu still has some really big weaknesses, man. Like no Oki on his level 3 is so brutal. He has to rely on, like, he's so dependent on that level 3 to close out rounds and making really good reads. He's like whittling you down. He has to hit you like 2 or 3 times to get you in the corner, you know. But his corner game is actually, his throw loop game is actually not bad if you do happen to get your opponent to the corner, but. Yeah, you just don't see much of his other supers because he's so dependent on that level 3. Where's level 3 in the games? Between that and Manon, they're just terrible, bro. They're so bad.
He's just okay. But again, he has the same problem as why bother whenever you have Ken and Akuma, right?
Okay. Do you have any more in this tier?
Yeah, I have one more, but you're not going to like it.
Uh-oh. Is he look like a Pokemon trainer?
Yeah, he looks like a Pokemon trainer.
Is he a guest character?
Might be, yeah.
Oh, man. Who are you talking about?
Search your heart, Vesper. You know it to be true.
Okay, so we've both been playing a ton of Terry. But at this point right now, he's not legal to be used in CPT tournaments. So we haven't seen any tournament footage. So we just have to go by just knowing the game and what we've seen so far, what makes a character top tier in that. Well, first off, I don't think either of us think he's bottom 3, right?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, Mago has Terry as the worst character in the game, and Nemo has him as bottom 3. So I'm not gonna. Yeah, we're not gonna go that crazy. I think he is still a really strong, well-rounded character. I think he's better than Ryu, and I think he's better than Luke. I don't know where you have him in terms of these 3 well-rounded characters. Where do you have him?
Ooh, I think Luke's better than Terry.
Do you think he's better? Do you think he's better than Ryu?
Yeah, I think Terry's better than Ryu.
Okay. So the problem with Terry is that he's a complicated character with a lot of depth, and players have not nearly optimized him yet. And there's a lot of tools still not being used. And I think we're kind of entering that Rashid situation, where when Rashid first came out, everyone thought he was mid as well. And there's a lot of criticism towards his anti-airs, and his level 2 wasn't nearly optimized. And they said his damage output was low. His buttons were stubby. You always hear people saying buttons are stubby. Yeah. And his drive rush just isn't as fast or goes as far as the other characters. Just thinking about the potential of his crouching medium kick target combo, the standing medium punch target combo, and the round wave mix-ups, and the level 2 meter dump combos, I still think he's definitely better than Ryu. But he's not like, there's nothing super extreme in one direction. Luke probably has better buttons than him though.
Yeah, Luke has better buttons, man. I honestly, answer me this. What does Terry do better than the other Shoto-like characters?
Well, Terry, for example, Terry's, like, his fireball is way better than Luke. Like, just his OD fireball alone is good for round closing compared to Luke. I think that's a big one. Another thing about Terry is he doesn't have this, like, super abusable move except for Burn Knuckle. It's the only one I can think of. Like, he doesn't have... Some characters have, like, moves that can really easily get them out of the corner. Like, for example, like, Bison. He's got Devil's Reverse. Devil's Reverse is really good for escaping the corner, and he doesn't have... There's, like, Cammy Wake Up Dive Kick. You know, moves like that you can kind of just abuse, but Burn Knuckle... You know, you can still perfect parry it. You have to be a certain distance, which is kind of like a tell, because it'll be unsafe otherwise. It's no OD Psycho Crusher, you know?
You can drive impact it. I think Burn Knuckle might seem overwhelming now to some players, but I can assure you, like, give it a month in a top level, that's getting perfect parried or drive impacted.
But he has so many tools, he doesn't need to rely on it, though. That's why, like, I see his potential. Yeah. Another thing is that Terry's corner carry is really, really good. Like, all of his hits lead to fantastic corner carry and really good Oki. And his damage output is good.
Well, Vesper, what, you know, yeah, true, but all the characters are going to be above him also have fantastic corner carry, right?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And damage. This is Street Fighter 6, baby.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just, I don't know. I do agree he's a complicated character. I just don't think he's the same type of complicated as Rashid or Ed. So I don't think it's going to be a similar situation. I think he's hard to use because he's, like, not standard. He's a little bit awkward.
Yeah.
And that makes him complicated. And he also just has all of these tools which are all just okay by themselves. But together they can you know, have a really good effect. But I don't know. There's no tool, like you said, that's inherently broken or, like, really hard to deal with. And I am concerned that...
His burnout pressure is really good.
Yeah, that's true. But I feel like a lot of characters in the top tier also have pretty phenomenal burnout pressure, right?
We both agree he's above Ryu.
Yes.
I just think he's better than Luke. So he's somewhere around here, basically. Yeah. He's somewhere around here.
It's also pretty early, right? So it's hard to tell, but...
Crash Shoot is all right, but you have to make a read to do it for the heavy version, and that's okay, but the reward is so small compared to, like... If Cammy does spin knuckle and she hits you, she gets a knockdown and she pushes you towards the corner. Crack Shoot does a knockdown, but there's no combo follow-up. As on Shoot, there's a combo follow-up. But at least Crack Shoot is safe. It's just, if you miss space it, you're in throw range and you're minus, which is bad, too.
Yeah, I don't know. Crack Shoot wasn't as good to deal with fireballs as I thought it'd be. You need to be spaced well, you need to do it early enough, and if you do it and they don't fireball, it's a free drive impact.
We need to get that mid-tier back right now. Okay, like this?
Oh, I would put Luke one down.
Actually, I kind of agree.
Yep, perfect.
I think Blanka is one tier above Luke for sure.
Perfection.
Okay, now we got it, guys. Are we back? It's back. We're so back. Terry's a sick character, by the way. He's a super cool character. I'm really enjoying him. Okay, you ready to continue on?
I think Ed should go top of A tier.
Ed? Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. This is getting crazy.
Is it?
This is getting crazy now. Okay, look. So Ed, man, I had Ed as top 6 in my tier list now, but now it's Japan loves Ed. Both Nemo and Mako put him as S. Not just like, bro, he's on a tier of his own for Nemo. Like he's like the undisputed best character in the game. And then Mago put him on S on the top. Man. So Ed, his level 2 barely got scratched. Like he's still getting 2 level 2s in 1 round. Another thing about his level 2, Haps, is that it's so low risk for Ed to go into his level 2. Like whenever Ed player has level 2, they'll just go for a random low strong into his OD blitz. And if it's blocked, it's fine. You know, like that is crazy. Like they're just a random attempt to go into it, you know?
No, I think Ed is phenomenal. I think after Momoshi figured out that level 2 corner carry combo, this character shot up really high.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think his ability to control the ground is honestly almost best in class. I think his buttons are a little weird to use, but they have great range.
He can whip punish any character.
You can whip punish almost anything.
He can be played on either control type.
Yeah.
Like he's the most successful Majin character as well. With Tachikawa, like this, yeah, like Japan just feels like he's so strong. Like just his level 2 and yeah, his ground control is just crazy. I guess like the thing is his uppercut. You know, I always felt like his uppercut, his anti-air was a liability. But I guess if your spacing and control with Ed is so good, you won't be put in that situation where you have to be scared with your anti-air. Maybe that's the difference.
I mean, something we also have to take into account whenever we're like comparing to the Japanese tier list is they play in a different environment than we do, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like the top level to NA does not look very similar to the top level in Japan. I think this character, especially in a first to 2, you know, like if you get jumped in on, it can be hard for Ed if he's so focused on the ground because his DP's low.
You're saying that their rank is not as crazy?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Dude, was it NL? NL was practicing in NA and he was losing rank. He was losing rank in NA because he wasn't used to how crazy everyone's playing.
Yeah, and I think Ed, whenever put into that situation, it can be challenging. Also, his lights are stubby, right? There's like how many times would we like be confirming a light chain and then the standing light would whiff on the last one?
The pushback on it is really good, but I don't know. Tachikawa doesn't even have a crush in light kick. How does he do it?
Yeah.
He doesn't even have a crush in light kick, bro.
Modern reaction.
The thing is, like, look, man, on Japan's side, these guys run into and play Momochi and Tachikawa on a daily basis. So, of course, they're going to put Ed up really high. Some of their strongest players use Ed. Everyone's kind of jumped ship, you know. Fudo uses Ed. Everyone uses Ed, man. Like, it's so popular in Japan. But in the recent CPT, we only had 1 Ed make it. So it wasn't just like, you know, 3 or 4 Eds in top 8. Where I have him right now is pretty damn high up. I think I want to keep him high up though. I'm starting to be a big believer of especially now that they didn't tone down his level 2. I feel like he's really strong.
All right, I think then we need to talk about Gief. I think Gief belongs in A tier as well.
Oh man, Zangief, bro, dude, what are you talking about? They nerfed this character. He's gone.
Yeah, okay.
He's out of the game now, dude. They sealed the deal. They nerfed that the knee hop.
They don't care,
bro.
Gief players don't care.
Look, this character is on Capcom's radar, man. They've gone after him twice, and this character still can't be stopped. CPT, Japan World Warrior, just a couple of days ago, and Zangief is 3rd place. We had 3 Zangiefs in top 16 on one of the most stacked World Warriors there are. And like, yeah, Kobayan, Itazan, Zangief is scary, man. He still just does super mad chip on his buttons, and they're still very good. And he's basically just, like I said, they turned him into a brawler character, and he doesn't have to rely on SPD to win. That's like the biggest thing why Zangief is so strong. He doesn't have to gamble like Manon does, you know, or Lily does. He doesn't. He could just beat you with buttons alone. Itazan he loves medium punch. If all of his buttons were broken and he only had medium punch, he wouldn't even notice if he played a match until after.
This character's buttons are cracked. His medium punch is so hard to whip punish. We need to talk about the armor on his heavy punch, right? Like how often do Gief players get out of trouble by just swinging that thing?
Yeah, and you have to beat it with a low attack, and then he does knee hop, which beats lows.
Yep.
Standing light kick is cracked too.
Yeah, his lights are slow, but they have excellent range.
Headbutt is a vortex.
Oh my gosh. I know everybody watching this has like been in ranked one day and gotten headbutt spammed on them at least 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
He's super strong, and like you're trying to choose the best decision to do on defense, and then before you realize all your drive gauge is gone and you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Not much more to say aside from that. This character is a menace in neutral. He's a menace when he's like close to you. He only suffers on defense, right?
Yeah, sorry. The big thing is just that I had Zangief like at the top, but at the end, because I kind of still wanted to see if like maybe Kobayashi got super lucky at Topanga, you know?
Yeah.
But no, he's even after like the 2 patches of emergency nerfs to Zangief, we just saw like 2 days ago. He still has the potential. And dude, Meta RD just won a major with Cream City with Zangief. Like, there is so much tournament evidence that this character is like super good. You just can't downplay him. You can't.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe this is a hot take, but we need to address the ease of use for versus strength for these characters. I feel like Eve is like, easier to play than a lot of the top tiers, so that has to count for something as well.
Okay, hold on. If we're gonna go on the topic of ease to play, that's gonna be a very smooth transition here. All right. We need to talk about this character, bro.
Oh, we do. I already know which one you're about to.
I don't know where I want to put him, but bro, this character is out of control right now. Don't worry, guys. This is not the placement. I'm just putting here on the screen so you guys know we're talking about him. I said Bison was overtuned when I did my review of him, but I still downplayed him. I put him over here, like behind Blanka. No, man. No. When every pro has a side Bison, that's a problem. Xiaohai had the pocket Bison. Like, don't get me wrong, okay? Like, my reasoning for Bison not being at the top was because there hasn't been a Bison only player who has made it to the end. Everyone who's made it far with Bison also has side characters to help his bad matchups. But the fact that the character is so easy to play, it doesn't matter. Like, everyone who has a side Bison has an advantage using this character. He's just that powerful. So, man, I don't even know where Bison's gonna go. We're gonna have to put the rest of the characters in, but I have him way higher now.
All I'm gonna say is I think he's top 5.
Top 5? Okay. All right. So maybe, yeah, we'll see where he is. Yeah, Zangief and Bison, man. Whew. And Capcom's not. I mean, they nerfed Bison's knee press, but knee press was not even the problem with the character at all. Knee press is totally manageable. It's the OD Psycho Crusher that's just insane. That move, it's cracked.
Chat, how often have you tried to whip punish a Bison just to get whip punished by his standing heavy punch? It's absurd. It's an absurd button, which is, by the way, plus.
Knee press was barely nerfed. Yeah, it was barely nerfed, but like once again, it wasn't even the problem. Like, his buns alone are crazy. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do. Like, I'm seeing a lot of like in the CPT World Warrior just trying to like perfect parry Bison, but bro, we had like 2 Bisons. Like, we got like Kakeru using Akuma and Bison. Like, it's always song with Bison. Xiaohai using Ken and Cammy with Bison. He's just going to always be an excellent side character for any pro. Okay, where do you want to put Aki?
Right behind Geef.
Right behind Geef? Okay, so Aki is another character that I think Aki was the biggest one on my YouTube side that was like, whoa, Vesper, you're way off on Aki. Way off. And I was thinking about it too, and then after, seeing the recent tournament footage and stuff, I am now a believer. I'm putting Aki higher now. Definitely. In the top, though, on the same level as, like, Bison, Ed, and Zangief, probably not. Like, honestly, I'd probably put Aki in, like, high with these guys in here. I would.
See that.
But what's your reasoning with Aki?
Well, I think it's just how straightforward her game plan is and how well she uses the system mechanics. We talked about Lily. It's like, oh, yeah, she's, like, very straightforward. No, Aki takes this and owns it, right? Fireball Drive Rush, she's in. Her pressure is fantastic. Her anti-air is serviceable. It's okay. Her defense is a little bit sus. Her damage, if she has poison on you, is insane.
Yeah, she can 2-touch you.
Solid.
And her burnout pressure is still the best in the game.
Exactly. And she has so many ways to skip neutral. I think Chain being able to be used as a poke more often is really good.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's pretty, like, brain dead offense.
OD Cruel Fate, yeah.
Yeah, it's very successful in Street Fighter 6.
If she can start that offense, though, like, I still think her fireball is, like, the worst fireball in the game. If you look at it just on the fireball alone, like you can jump on a reaction. It's super slow. She has to be able to throw it out. You know, she can use her OD slither to save herself, but when she goes up against characters like Bison or Akuma or high mobility characters, she like falls apart with her fireball.
Yeah, I think anti-airing Akuma is also nightmarish for Aki, I'm sure.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, her fireball drive rush game is one of the best in the game, but I'm just talking about just her fireball as a zoning tool by itself.
Well, yeah, she's definitely not a zoner, right? She is a rushdown character, that play character. So I think even though she has these weaknesses, her fireball drive rush is just so strong and so brain dead that it puts her right behind Geef in top tier, in my opinion.
It's interesting with Terry. Like when I go against Aki with Terry, like the fireball that goes under really makes it difficult for her to drive rush after because it just goes under. It's pretty good.
Amazing. It's really good.
I don't know where to put Aki. I just know that she's higher than mid, so I don't really know where I want to put her. I guess we can figure it out after. But you said you had her behind Zangief at top.
Again,
I just like, I don't know, man. Like, I just think about how powerful Bison, Ed, and Zangief are. I just don't think Aki should be sitting on the same bench. These guys are on another level of Aki than Aki, you know?
Well, yeah, that's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys are like on another dimension. Like, that's the whole reason why we made the high above these bums down here, you know? In the first
If you
place.
bump Aki down, I think she needs to be at the top of A tier, though.
Okay, you want to put her above Juri like this? Let's talk about JP, man.
For sure.
JP got an insane buff for the Terry patch, and it's not even a buff, it's more of a revert. They just like gave back his crouching heavy punch. It's not as good as it was in season 1, but it's almost as good. Like, it's just like a frame off. But we're seeing some JP players coming back, and I haven't seen the crouching heavy punch get stuff once. It's anti-airing every time.
Oh yeah, it's excellent. I think he's top tier.
Where? On the same level as Zangief?
Yeah, I think he's behind Geef.
Here we go again. I don't know, man. Like I said, I don't know. I don't think so, man. JP, bro, like JP requires like a crazy specialist, you know? Like Zangief. Think about these characters in terms of difficulty of use, okay? Like, I don't know.
Esper, I'm telling you, we may not have seen it yet, but this character is about to be the nightmare he was in season 1.
Bro, Juicy Joe, man. Juicy Joe. Bro, but Kakru, man, he was playing JP all week on his stream, but he didn't even give JP a try, and he was against Zangief in World War. He didn't even look at JP.
He has Bison, you know? What?
I know, but what's the point of him playing JP for a week then? If you're not going to use him against Zangief, then what's the point of even like...
He's getting ready. He was just... The character wasn't ready. You know, you're comparing a Lamborghini to a Ferrari,
JP
you know?
since day one, bro. If Kakru's not ready for JP, nobody is. You know?
I don't know. I think he needs to figure out how JP plays around the new characters and new matchups, you know?
Yeah.
I think this character, like, people are like, oh yeah, JP, he was irrelevant for like half a season, you know? It's fine, a little buff won't hurt. No, we've forgotten who this character was.
I would put JP right here behind Blanka. That's where I would put him, personally.
Behind? Oh.
Bro, look, it takes a lot to sit with the big boys. Okay? Like, it's gonna... Dude, you have to be this tall to ride this ride. Like, there is no way I'm putting JP next to Geef, Ed, and Bison. These guys are mauling players. Mauling them.
That's where you forgot what this character was doing in season 1. He's almost the same.
Look, man, I may have the goldfish memory going on right now, okay? But when I see it, I'll believe it.
Okay, that's fine.
Like, okay, before he got his anti-air buffed, I would put him like right here or something. So I'm putting him up to here, like after the changes. Hold on, where did I put him on my last tier list? I did put him behind DeeJay. I did. Yeah, there's tons of strong characters in the game, Tom, but like these guys are on another level, man. Like they're crazy. These characters are crazy, guys. Guile. Let's talk about Guile.
Yep, Guile.
Guile is a really tough one. I put Guile in top 4 beside Cammy. That's where I put him.
I don't think so. I think Giles will always be super strong, but I don't think he's S tier material.
Oh no. So where is he?
I think he's around Ed Geef level. He's super consistent.
In between? Okay.
He, doesn't care about the system mechanics because he just ignores it with his boom.
Look, man. Guile, he can't catch a break because Guile's always been strong. We've always known Guile strong since the beta, but there's always like one character that keeps him in check. And it was JP that always kept him in check. You know, Shadowloo. But now JP finally got nerfed and Guile's like, woohoo! And then all of a sudden Bison's like, hey, I'm back. And Guile's like, ugh, Shadowloo again. You know, like, man, Bison's so good against Guile. I don't know, man. He just can't catch a break, man. He always got the demon matchup. It's nuts.
Yeah, but he like dominates like a bunch of other matchups, right?
Dude, he
like,
mauls. Like, the mid-tier and lower characters, Guile just mauls the character, you know? He mauls Lily so hard. Manon, dude, you don't even want to watch the match. It's so scary, right? Just getting skinned alive. Ryu, oh my god. It's not even close, right? Like, Guile's just so... Like, when he has a good matchup, it's like a slaughter. And Guile can handle Geef, right? Because we know from DreamHack, he was skinned alive.
Guile just doesn't lose to too many characters, right?
Yeah, Guile's still up there. He's not going down.
Very stable character.
They nerfed his booms a little bit, but that was just meter usage, so just so he's not, you know, he's not getting level 3 at the end of every boom loop. I wonder if Mir will approve. I'll have to ask him tomorrow.
I hope so.
If he approves of our Guile placement.
We need to talk about the top 5. I think Bison needs to go up, Vesper.
Oh, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. You know what? I kind of agree. dude, Bison, I'm just like, you guys don't understand. I'm like a huge Bison apologist. You know, I love Bison, right? He's one of my favorite characters, but like, I'm about to tell my chat whatever my downplay sentence is, and in my head, I'm like, wow, that sounds crazy. I sound like a crazy person. Because you just cannot ignore how good and easy this character is. It's insane.
I'm glad.
You just cannot downplay him. It's so... You'd have to be crazy.
Thank goodness. I don't have to talk you into this.
I noticed. Dude, where did I put him again? Hold on. Bro, I said Blanka was better than Bison. Dude, I was losing my marbles, man.
Don't show that too much. We need to keep our credibility.
Okay, hold on. Look, that was after Evil, though, guys. After Evil. Come on, man. Give me a break. The character was still very new. For context, that was like before EWC. Okay, let's talk about Cammy.
I think Cammy is probably top 4 in the game.
Okay, so behind Guile?
No, behind the characters we have yet to play.
Whoa. Okay. So, do you want me to put her in front of Ed or?
No, I think she's an S tier.
All right. Oh no. So you're a fan of the Japanese tier list, Haps? Is that what you're saying to me?
Well, no, because I don't have Terry in bottom tier, but I can. I know.
We just look at Cammy's tool set. She has certain things that are just absurd. Her crouching medium punch is like the new Luke crouching medium punch.
Oh my gosh.
It's cracked. She can literally just whiff it in front of your face and tap drive rush every time, and it's gonna hit you like Luke styles. She's got the best uppercut in the game. Her uppercut as a reversal side switches you in the corner, gets her out. If the opponent jumps out of the corner on her and she cross cuts, she puts them back in the corner. It's absurd. Then dive kick. I mean, do we even really need to talk about dive kick, Haps?
It's so insane. It's so fast. Honestly, answer me this. Who does Cammy lose to? That's relevant in this game right now.
Zangief?
Okay.
Zangief?
I like the silence tells me everything I need to know.
She loses to Blanka, right? I don't know. Maybe in season 1 she did.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Blanka's barely seen nowadays. I don't know. The character is just so insane. Her movement speed is amazing. Her corner carry is great. Her damage is serviceable. And there's so many good Japanese Cammys dominating right now.
Yeah.
Also, she does so well against the top tier, against the Shotos.
Yeah.
I think she does very well against Bison. She does well against Ed.
Yeah.
Does well against Guile. Like, come on, you know?
Yeah, she's like, well, I wouldn't say dark horse like Kimberly was, but she's like a top tier that counters other top tiers, which is always a really good spot for her.
Yeah, right? And doesn't lose to the low tiers. So, you know, what are we talking about here?
The thing is that you still have to be a good fundamental player to take her far. Like, she's not easy to play like Bison is, for example, you know?
Sure. Yeah, that's... Yeah,
like, your reactions have to be good to really take her far. Like, you got to be a good player. So,
yes.
That's the one thing about her. But, like, when you are a good player and her offensive and defensive tools are insane. Dude, wake up. Dive kick is insane.
And if piloted by a really good player, this character's a menace.
Okay.
All right, it's time for the storm, Vesper.
Storm?
The Great Desert Storm.
Oh no. Where are you
The
putting
walking
Rashid?
level 2. I think Rashid is the second best character in the game.
Whoa! Okay, hold on, where did I put Rashid? I had him as the best character in the game. And looking at which characters are remaining and my tier list, something tells me we're going to have a very similar S tier this time. All right. Second best character in the game. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
This is getting crazy. Do we really need to talk about Rashid, why he's good? Or should we just say level 2 and call it a day?
It's level 2, and he's serviceable outside of level 2. So many setups. That his safe jump in the corner is incredible, right? He can set it up out of so many combos.
Oh, his corner game is insane, dude. He has meaty overheads that go like full screen that he can convert off of, and the entire time he's chipping you down, mixing an Arabian Cyclone, distill his turn, can shimmies for days. Everything's like automated with this character. When he's pressuring you, everything looks like he's just following like a certain procedure. Yep. And if you guess wrong, you're in so much trouble. Level 2 is absolutely insane. He's got like 6 opportunities to open you up. You either take 2 punish counter throws or you get blown up by overhead low. And then even if you somehow survive, you're getting chipped into burnout anyways. And if he does open you up, you're burnout anyways. Huge lab monster character. Start off somewhere in the middle. That's why I'm banking on hoping Terry has the same potential. But optimized Rashid is crazy. There's tons of Rashid players, but the top of the top is like Big Bird and Gachikun. Rashid is still placing really well after Evo. He's still doing good. There's nothing really that makes me change.
In summary, level 2.
And his level 2 didn't get nerfed in the Terry patch. Didn't get touched.
Insane.
All right. Coming at ya?
Coming at ya. He's the last character in the top 5.
So he has to go here then, right? Because he's the worst Shoto. So he has to be before Ryu.
No.
No?
He's right behind Cammy.
Whoa! Okay, hold on. He doesn't even have an overhead though.
Vesper, come on.
He does no damage. He does no damage. No good meter dump.
How much is Phenom paying you to say this?
He's got like the weakest Shoto fireball.
Oh yeah, no. You know, his OD fireball with dry rush attached to it is awful, truly awful.
Nice try, Vesper. Hold on, when we see on the Japanese tier list, they still have them up really high. Yeah, both of them. Dude, Nemo has Ken above Bison.
Unbelievable.
Bro. Yeah, I think, dude, Ken, he's pretty much untouched in season 2, and he's one of the strongest, well-rounded characters in the game. That's pretty much all you really need to know.
Yeah, he's still doing the same thing he was doing in season 1.
Yeah.
The best corner carry, solid damage,
meter efficient, lots of utility, excellent skip neutral moves, decent matchups all around. He's just one of the best all-rounded characters in the game. His pressure is insane, dude. His corner pressure is insane.
Yeah, he's on you 24/7. He can really lay down the pressure and get in really fast for the type of character he's supposed to be.
Okay.
Down to our last character.
So I guess this is spoilers. So I'm going to assume Akuma is the number 1.
I think Akuma's top 1 in the game.
Whoa, okay.
Absolutely the best character in the game.
Where did I put Akuma? I put him as top 3. I put him behind Ken. Let me think of my opinion now. Now, after all the turns that have passed after Evo, I think it's very clear. Like, we're more optimized Akuma now. He's better than Ken. I think all the Ken players that were sticking with Ken instead of Akuma made a mistake. Now, bro, CPT Japan World Warrior a couple days ago, 2 Akuma players in grand finals. He's consistent even if in a best of 3 format. Like, if you watch Kawano's Akuma, man, every time this character touches you, you just die. And yeah, I guess he's not even still fully optimized yet, but just his fireball and forward medium kick alone makes him S, you know? And then you got the movement speed. Demon flip is really good. Like, yeah, he lost his command throw, but being able to do an empty demon flip is even better. His teleport is now good. Like, 1 EX fireball, OD fireball, and he gets teleport Oki. And now he has meaty teleport mix-ups. He can command grab out of it, obviously. His corner game is probably got like the best corner game in the game, right? Like,
he has a dash up throw loop, which he can shimmy out of by walking back. How
Because he's so
insane
fast.
is that?
Yeah.
His damage is absurd. I don't understand why he's a better zoner than Ryu. Honestly, he might be the best zoner in the game.
Yeah, I think he's got the best fireball in the game.
And then he has all these other tools, which they're still good. His human flip is still serviceable once you're like so mental stacked from dealing with everything else.
Yeah.
And I don't want to hear 9k health. That's not enough. That's
Stubby
never
buttons?
been a. Oh my god.
Stubby buttons has 9K
I don't
health.
know where that came from, but his heavy punch, his forward heavy punch, his forward medium kick, they're all so good. He can space his sweep, and then you try to whiff punish the sweep, and you get swept again.
Bro,
It's a
I try
daily-
so hard to whiff punish Akuma, and you think you're outside of his crouching medium kick range, but he just, when he walks forward, it's so fast. He'll always catch your toes every time.
I'm flabbergasted that this character did not get touched in this recent patch.
Yeah.
Flabbergasted. But yeah, no, this is how it is. I think the fact that Akuma is the way he is and Ken's up there too makes the other well-rounded characters kind of obsolete in a way.
Okay. Now you want to start sorting this out? Is this what your tier list looks like?
You have one more tier now,
All right, we do.
and I think Geef is better than Guile. And I think JP's better than A tier. But yeah, this is mostly what mine looks like.
Okay, let's rearrange this a bit. What if we move, Chad? How do you guys feel like if I put JP up one notch? Does this look better? More well-rounded out? I had Rashid as the #1 character after Evil, because just, you know, Big Bird alone with just the 2 gigantic majors, right? With Rashid in grand finals. But Rashid's bad matchups are Bison and Cammy. So that, who's Akuma's bad matchup?
That's a great question. Maybe Cammy.
I was thinking maybe
make the
Cammy
argument.
too.
But aside from that, I think he can hold his own against any character.
If you guys think Rashid's the #1, like, I could still agree with you guys. It's be in some order here. But I'm just like, after seeing Kawano play Akuma, man, bro, it's only a matter of time before Angry Bird starts playing Akuma. This character is so scary. Dude, I kind of really like Luke, Terry, and Ryu side by side. I think that looks sick. Like, just visually, it looks sick.
I think so too.
It looks
Feels
super
right.
sick. But I'm telling you, man, after these majors coming up and like the Ken players lose to Akuma, I'm telling you, it's gonna look like this. The next tier list is gonna look like this. I guarantee you. Ken's moving down, baby. I'm telling you, man, the Ken players are so salty about. Remember, they put all their chips in Ken. Like, they were so confident that Akuma was gonna be too unstable. This character is so insane, man. Bro, Akuma dive kick, his demon flip dive kick, that doesn't matter what range, it doesn't matter what height, he's
Always
safe.
safe.
It can't be misspaced.
What's up with that, huh?
What is up with that?
What's up with no hurt box on
I
the
don't-
fireball?
What is up with that?
What are
9,000
these
health,
choices?
man. Yeah, so the
care.
biggest changes from Evil, in my opinion, were Bison moved up, Zangief moved up, Ed moved up. Yeah, pretty much it's pretty cool. Oh, and Aki moved up. Those are like the biggest opinion changes for me. C
I'm
and B
super
is like locked in. B plus
Locked
looks good to me. I really like
I like it too, a lot.
it. I really like Luke, Terry, and Ryu standing next to each other. I was scared. I was really trying to figure out where the hell we're gonna put Terry and Ryu, but I'm now looking at it. I'm happy. Luke's happy too. He's smiling.
Yeah, some people are unhappy with how high Keef is.
Okay, look, dude.
Yeah.
How can we budge on Geef, man? What more evidence do you guys want?
I told them I'm not budging on Keef.
Menard, if anything, I would move Geef higher. Okay, Hab, so I guess this is it. We've finished ordering around, arguing with the chat, and now we got to see what everyone else has to say about this. But yeah, man, the DLC characters continue to be really strong. Well, Terry's got a lot of potential, so I can't wait to see tournament footage for him. We actually have 2 gigantic majors this month with East Coast Throwdown and CPT Singapore
So
Super
excited.
Premier. They're both going to be really stacked, and then we can kind of see the international clash. This is pretty fun, Habs. We didn't disagree on too much stuff, so we're pretty much on near the same page, especially on the extremes. And we'll
Yeah.
see where we go from there. We'll come back after Mai comes out or after Elena comes out, and we'll update it accordingly. See how our opinions change throughout the tournaments.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool, man.